I'm still fun. I still dance. I still, you know what I'm saying, turn up. But I'm just sober. Okay? Hey Glam Dolls! Welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor here. If you're new, welcome. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. First, let's acknowledge my hair, y'all. I have my natural hair out. I'm doing this thing where I wear my natural hair out for the entire month. I don't know what to do with it yet, but lately I've just been putting it up in a ponytail. I'm not a natural hair expert, so I'm just learning, but let me know what you guys think down below. I think the puff is kind of cute. I don't know. Yeah. So for today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about setting boundaries when it comes to friendships, relationships, family, whatever may apply to you. Today, I want to kind of give you guys some advice on how to balance, you know, your friendships and relationships as you continue to grow in God. How to still stay true to the things that are changing in you rather than drifting back to who you used to be. So I wanted to kind of share some of the things that have helped me adjust to still hanging out with my friends, kicking it with the people that I'm close to, but staying true to myself and who I'm becoming. I think this is a very good video to do, and it's very important, and I hope these tips help you guys, because oftentimes, like, it's just certain things we just don't desire to be around or do anymore, but you still love to be around your friends, you love to be around your family, but it's important for you to stay true to you and what you say. So if there's certain things that you are changing about yourself, you want to stay true to who you are without having to compromise who you're becoming just to hang out and chill with those who are around you. So if you guys are interested in hearing about this topic, please keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get right into it. So like I stated previously, something that I've noticed is as you start to grow in your Christianity and you start to elevate spiritually, mentally, and physically, certain things about you change. It's kind of like an old you kind of sheds off and you start to become new. Hence, being born again, when you fully dedicate your whole life to God and you fully surrender to God, like even after giving your life to God and you fully start walking in His ways, you start to change for the better. Like you start losing certain desires, like you stop wanting to do certain things that you used to love to do and you used to love to be interested in. And that's a part of growth too, just in general. We as people change every single day. So the first thing that has really helped me become more grounded in the things that I desire and helped me set boundaries with those around me was having an isolation period. So basically, I took some time to kind of just be by myself and kind of just grow in God and grow in His Word and build my relationship with Him. And by doing that, that helps me become more grounded in myself and more grounded and confident in who I was becoming. So specific things that kind of started changing in me was I no longer wanted to drink. I also stopped cursing. You know, I became celibate. And so not that celibacy affects my friendships or, you know, those around me, but those were just some specific qualities that started changing in me. It's like I just started changing for the better. And it's like when your friends are so used to you being a certain type of way, it can be kind of hard for them to adjust sometimes, because it's like, dang, we remember you like this. And you know, like when your friends used to bond with you in one specific way, and then it's like now you're changing. So it's like it's really going to show you guys who are your real friends and who are some people that you might need to distance out of your life. Thankfully, the friends that were in my life, our foundation was not in the partying, was not in the drinking. You know, we had a solid foundation as far as our friendship goes. So my friendships are still here and still long lasting, but I feel like the isolation period really just helps you ground yourself because you won't shift in the things that you believe in. When I started having these desires to kind of change and let go of certain things in my life, when I took my isolation period and started just growing in God, I kind of just separated myself from everybody. For me specifically, it was more easier because it happened right after I graduated college. So it's like I came home and I just kind of stopped talking to everybody less, not on purpose, it just kind of happened that way. Like I just started talking to my friends a little bit more here and there, and I just started being more to myself. relearning myself, getting to know myself. Because as you start to elevate as a person, you really want to know, like, dang, who am I? Like, what do I want out of life? And what are the things I want to surround myself with? And what are the things that I desire to do? So with me isolating myself, it really helped me to become more familiar with me and more familiar with where God was taking me. Like I tell you guys all the time, my singleness played a huge part in that too, because I had nothing clouding my judgment or clouding my thinking. It's like I could just hear clearly from God and feel what He was telling me and feel where He was taking me and who He was molding me and shaping me to be. And so that made me become more firm and grounded in what I wanted. So when I started hanging around my friends again, and when I started going to different functions or being around them or going on girls trips and different things like that, I was more grounded in what I believed, because I had my isolation period and I had my time to become locked into the things that I knew that I wanted out of life, and the things I knew that were hindering me or holding me back, or the things that I knew I just didn't want to do anymore. Like when you start to grow and elevate, there's just certain things you're just not interested in anymore. And it's like your friends and people have to be understandable of that, but sometimes it takes them some time, you know, because they might try to peer pressure you and say, girl, just drink this, or girl, just do this, or girl, it's only this one time. But when you're not grounded, you easily shift. Like you're able to shift and be like, oh, fine, I'll just do it this one time. No, and then it's like instantly when you do it, like you just feel guilty or you feel like you're backtracking. So it's like I stand firm in what I believe, and I make it known. I let them know, like, hey, I'm not really interested in these types of things anymore. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't understand, you might have to let them go. But the main thing for you is to be grounded in what you believe, because if you're not, you're going to be easily swayed. Like anybody can come and, you know, tempt you to do certain things. So take your time to process, you know, who you're becoming and what you're growing into, and really just figure out, well, okay, what are the things that I don't want to do anymore? Because, you know, it's certain things that might be for one person that might not be for the next person. God might have not told you to stop drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different pathways for every single person. So personally for me, these are just things that I've applied to me and things that I have had to work on. But apply it to yourself and really just take the time to get to know you and figure out what it is that you want to do and you don't want to do, who you're becoming, and become grounded in that person, because you don't want to be easily swayed. So the next thing that really helped me to set boundaries with my friends and family, I let them in on the things that I no longer desired to do anymore. When I became celibate, I told my friends, and at first, you know, some didn't believe me or some didn't really think I was serious, but I was very serious. And you know, certain things about you, your friends can kind of just tell that start to change about you. Like when I started cursing less and when I started drinking less, that was a big change. When I stopped wanting to go out as much anymore. And I think like your friends and family can kind of sense certain things changing about you, but make it known, like set boundaries, like, hey, I don't want to drink, or I don't want to do this, or whatever it is that you don't want to do. Make it known so that they can also support you in it. So what a real friend is going to do, if they see you picking up a drink and you told them that you're not really trying to do that anymore, they'll be like, hey, I thought you know, you're on your new pathway and you don't want to drink, or you know what I'm saying, they see you about to go do something with a guy, hey sis, don't forget, like, your promise, like you want to be celibate, remember. Like they can also help you and support you in that area. But all friends aren't like that. Some friends might try to, oh, go ahead girl, it's only this one time. Like I just said, you want to make sure you're telling the right people your boundaries, but also pay attention to when you do tell people how they react to what you're saying, because that will also let you know who needs and who needs not to be in your life. So the next thing that has really helped me with setting boundaries or just being around my friends, I stopped caring what people thought. Okay, this is like the main thing for me. I got so firm in my beliefs and the things that I wanted to do and wanted not to do that I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if you do like it. This is where I stand and this is who I am, and it's either you accept it or you don't. It could be a little harsh, but when I started being like that, I feel like they really got the hint, like, oh yeah, she's serious. Yes, I'm very serious. Like I said, drinking was a main thing because being in college and also, you know, being young, like drinking is a hot commodity. Like that's a big thing. And I'm kind of like one of the only people out of my friendship groups that like don't drink at all. Like not even wine, nothing. I don't drink. Nothing against anybody. It's just something that I'm not interested in anymore. I just genuinely I'm not interested in it. And I feel like, you know, sometimes they be like, oh, just try this or just do this, and I'm just like, no, I'm good, because personally I still enjoy my time the same. I still have fun the exact same. I'm probably the littest one in the party compared to the drunkest one. You get what I'm saying? But that's just my personality naturally. I'm just a lit and fun person naturally. But I just stopped caring what other people thought, and especially with celibacy too, I just stopped caring what people thought. Like when you meet people, I know it can be hard to start dating and stuff when you're celibate or whatever it may be for you. When I stopped doing those things, it started kind of affecting me when people were hesitant of, you know, dating me because of my boundaries that I was setting, because everybody isn't capable of committing to celibacy or holding off on different things for you. So what I realized is our desires are different. Like our interests in things in life are just different, and that's perfectly okay. That's why you have to find people who have the same interests as you. So if you are celibate, don't chase people who are not celibate, because you're gonna be disappointed. And first of all, as a woman, you shouldn't be chasing anybody at all. You guys know I say let the man come to you. Let God send him to you, especially if you're celibate for the sake of God and you're doing it to give your body to God. Let God bring the man to you, because he will bring you somebody who's equally yoked with you and who is following the same pathways as you. But don't get discouraged when people kind of hold off on you or distance themselves from you because, like, you know, your certain boundaries and stuff scares them off. Stay true to you and don't care. Like, if it don't fly with them, it just don't fly with them, and that is perfectly okay. You will find somebody who has the same interests as you, or even still who is okay with waiting. You will find somebody like that. So don't get beside yourself with that. Don't let that take over your mind, your heart, your spirit, whatever. Just chill and just stay true to you and not care what people think. Like, the more that you just stand firm in what you believe and don't care, the more that the people around you just gotta accept it. If they want to stay in your life, they just gonna have to accept it, and it is what it is. But most importantly, you have to remember that you come first and the things that you desire come first, because when you backtrack, you gotta pick yourself back up and you gotta push yourself to get back to where you were. So me, I don't let anything come between me and the boundaries that I've set for myself, and, you know, the things that I know that God desires for me to do. I don't let anything come between me and God, like our connection and just where he's taking me and how he's growing me. So I just stay true to myself, because if I fall, you cannot be the one to pick me up. Only God can. So one of the last things that has really helped me in this area was I started just embracing who I was and who I was becoming. I no longer felt embarrassed of like, oh, I don't drink, or I'm kind of the outcast because I'm the only one here that isn't drinking, or, you know, my friends are talking about sex but I'm celibate, or, you know, this or that. Like, I embrace who I am. I don't let those things let me feel like an outcast. I embrace who I am, and I allow that to make me who I am. Like, I have a good time knowing that. Like, it can also be a conversation starter. Oh yeah, I'm not really into drinking. It's okay, you guys go ahead. Why aren't you into drinking? Oh, I'm not into drinking because blase. Like, it's a conversation starter, and you know what? Maybe you can spark something in them to want to change their life or do something for the betterment of themselves. But embrace who you are. Don't let it make you feel like an outcast or feel like you can't have fun because you're not doing those certain things. Baby, you can have fun. Like, who you are is who you are, and who you're becoming is who you're becoming. And those who don't choose to accept that, you have to let those people go and embrace the people who accept you for who you are. Because I just feel like, honestly, I just got to a place where this is who I am, this is what I want to do, and this is what I don't want to do. And, you know, my friends just had to kind of accept me for who I was. Okay, that's literally how it went. Now they know, oh yeah, Taylor don't drink, don't worry about her, she don't drink, and da. It's not no, oh yeah, girl, come drink, come try to drink, and da. They understand, they get it, they accept me for who I am, I accept them for who they are, and we love each other the same. We still have a good time, we have fun, we laugh, we giggle, we kiki, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing's changed. Like, this is just something that I just don't desire to do anymore, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm gonna stay firm in my boundaries and the things that I desire, and you do what you desire. You know what I'm saying? That's the good part about friendships, is because you can have different desires and you guys can still love each other and be there for each other and have fun with each other. But if you cannot do that with the specific people that you have in your life, maybe that's a sign that you need to let them go. This is not what the message was about, but maybe it's a sign that they shouldn't be in your life. If you're constantly being judged for your elevation, that's a problem. Your friends should want to see you do better. So if there's something about you in your life that you want to change in yourself for the better, and your friends are not really supportive of that, that's a sign that maybe those friends should not be in your life. But yeah, I love being me, and I love just embracing who I am, because like it just makes me the happiest. I don't have to pretend for nobody. I don't gotta act like something or be like something. I am who I am, and I'm gonna be that person authentically. I'm not going to change anything about myself. I'm not going to lie and try to pretend to be something when I know I'm a specific way, or I'm becoming a specific way. It is what it is, and if you choose to accept it, great, and if you don't, that's okay too. I wish you the best in your life. But embrace who you are. And lastly, you can still have fun with setting your boundaries. Guys, I have the best time being myself. Like, nothing has changed about me. Like I said, I still have a lit time. I'm still fun. I still dance. I still, turn up. But I'm just sober. Okay? And I feel better about it that way, because I don't have to worry about a hangover the next day. And my friends tell me all the time, like, Taylor, you be so lit, you be having so much fun, and you ain't even drink not a drop. You're right, because this is just me naturally. I don't know how I get this type of high. I don't know if it's my godly high, like if he just makes me feel so good that I just have fun without it. But we've become too accustomed to feeling like we have to have some type of narcotics to enjoy ourselves and have a good time. Narcotics, I mean like weed or hookah or alcohol or wine or whatever. We've become too accustomed to feeling like we need those things to have fun. Like, y'all, it's possible to have a good time with setting boundaries. It's possible to enjoy life with setting boundaries. That's possible. I want to show y'all that's possible. Sis, you can have a great time and still set your boundaries. Like, don't feel like you can't be yourself around people. But like I said, the most important thing is for you to have an isolation period and get grounded in yourself and get grounded in what you believe in. Because if you don't do that, you will sway. You will sway, and you will be easily shifted into doing the old things that you know that you want to change from. If you have to change your circle, change your circle. If you have to change your surroundings, change your surroundings. Do what you need to do for your growth and elevation, because that should be the most important thing to you in this time. You have to be so serious about you, because ain't nobody else gonna go hard for you like God will. But first, you gotta want to go hard for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's a two-way thing. Like, y'all both gotta go hard for you. You know what I'm saying? God gonna have your back, but first you gotta believe in yourself too. Because you're gonna always be questioning God and whatever, but you gotta believe in what he says. Like, he speaks life into you, but you gotta believe it. You have to believe it for yourself. So this was a quick video, but I just want to make it a point to let you guys know, embrace yourself, and don't feel like you gotta change yourself for those around you, or you gotta shift who you are becoming because you don't want to offend, or you don't want to come off like you're better than somebody. Just be who you're becoming. Like, there is nothing wrong with elevation. If it's for the betterment of you, be all for it. I don't see why you would try to hide that. Be all for the elevation of yourself. And if those who around you don't like it, you might need to question who around you, baby, because the enemy might be getting revealed in your circle pool. You might need to question who's in it, because if it's for your elevation, I don't see why it's a problem. And don't try to put it all on your friends to be on you to make sure that you're better. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to want that for yourself too. That's why the isolation period is so important. So I hope some of these tips helped you guys. I don't know, this topic just kind of came to my head, so I know this is meant for somebody. So I hope this helps you in some type of way. Be sure to ask me some questions down below. If you guys need a little bit more advice, I will help you the best way that I can. If you guys enjoyed this video today, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel and you stayed all the way to the end, please do not forget to subscribe. I would love for you to stay and become a glam doll today. I thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll be sure to see you guys all in my next one. Bye!